Vlogmas day 12, Thursday. Guess who didn't clean off her car yesterday? Yep, got it running. I got to bring Molly to the vet to have her surgery. Guess who lost her video camera? I couldn't have really lost it because I didn't go out yesterday. And I recorded yesterday's Vlogmas. I recorded day 11. It's on my camera, but I haven't taken it off my camera because I can't find my video camera. So now I'm using my camera that I use just to this is my regular photo camera, I think. And I don't know how it works because I don't use it that often. But here's my car. It's cold today. I don't even know what the temperature is, but if I say it's cold, it's got to be kind of cold because I don't usually care about the coldness. I actually have my mitts on. So I need to clean off my car because I only got about 10 minutes to get Molly to the vet. I'm running a little late because I was looking for my camera again. I thought for sure I'd remember it in the morning. I couldn't. So today I'm going to put up day 11 and day 12 because I do have footage from yesterday and I don't want to re-tape it. Is it tape? Re-record it. I'm trying to find something to scrape my car off with. When I opened my car door, the passenger side, not the molding, the rubber strip that's like the weather stripping. Oh, I can't open this door either. I can't open the door. I opened the other door. I forced it open. And what happened was what do you call that rubber strip that goes around the edge like you have them in gasket? The gasket for around the door came off. Today might not be a good day. Today's 12/12/19. There's that little Zuzu watching me inside. I'm gonna go back in. Okay, the one place I didn't look for my camera last night, on the tripod. I remember looking at footage. Must have been, I don't know, I must have looked at it. I thought it was at the kitchen table. And apparently I put it on that little tripod. Put it on the kitchen table. Ay, ay, ay. Oh well, off to the vet. Okay, found the camera. I think I told you it was on my small tripod that I didn't expect. It's where I didn't expect it to be. I'm back from the vet, dropped off Molly. Zuzu's sad. Zuzu's outside. Zuzu's not outside. She's out in the hallway looking out the window, see if she can see Molly. Molly's not there. She's coming home today. It's just cleaning her teeth and taking that bump off her head. So I didn't go out at all yesterday, as you'll see. I'm gonna have to upload 2 videos today because yesterday's video is still in this camera and part of today's video is on my other camera. So I'm gonna upload 2 videos today, the 12th, so I'll be putting the 11th and the 12th up on the same day. Cooking day. I'm gonna try to get a bunch of things cooked right now. I'm gonna make some chicken. I always make chicken. I gotta make chicken 2-3 times a week. Roast some chicken, make some soup, and Dennis, I think, would like a shepherd's pie. So I'm gonna get those things cooked. Today's Thursday, so that'll clear me for like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, maybe even Sunday. I won't have to cook till Monday. So that's what I'm off to now. See ya soon. Hello. I said I'd cook. I don't know how this is gonna work out with my camera on the stove, but I think you can see inside the pan. I'm making some vegan, I don't know if it's vegan, I'm making some vegetarian stew. I guess it's stew. And here's what I'm doing. I'm putting a bit of olive oil into a pan, saucepan, and I'm going to put in some onions that I've already chopped. I've got other vegetables for later. I guess I could put the celery in, some of it anyway, because what I'm going to do is stop browning this. Turn on the stove. Heat that. It's olive oil, onions, celery. I'm going to put the carrots in later. going to get that cooking. And once that starts to brown, I'm going to add some of this Morningstar Farms veggie meal starters crumbles. We just call them the crumbles. I'm going to add this, and I'm making like a stew, a beef, well, not a beef stew, a crumble stew. I think it's going to be like a stew. I haven't made this before. I've used these crumbles millions of times, but I've never tried the stew. This is like a beef stew recipe that I use, that I've made during the years, but I never tried converting it to the crumbles, but I think it'll be good. This is going to be for my dad to take home. My husband's not vegan. My father is. My father's 86, and he's been vegetarian since about, probably more than half his life, since his 40s. Okay, I'm going to add this. Might as well add the whole bag. And I'll grind some black pepper in there. My father's a fan of pepper. Not so much the salt, but I put a little salt when I cook. He's okay with salt when you're cooking, but not to add it to the meal, not to add to his plate. These crumbles are frozen. I just got back from the store. I just bought them, so they'll take they don't actually brown, but I'm going through the what do you call it? I'm going through the action of browning it as you would brown beef when you were making a beef stew. So that's what I'm doing. I'm basically copying my beef stew recipe. Because there's no fat, I'm going to add a little more oil. Okay, see how that does for a while. I also have to add some garlic. I forgot to do that. Rather than cut up garlic, I use the squeezed garlic because it's so easy. Let's see, it says a half a teaspoon equals a clove of garlic. So, let's see. Here's about, that's probably a couple of cloves worth. Mix that through. Get this going. While this is like defrosting and pseudo browning, I am going to peel some potatoes. Okay, now that that has browned for a while, or pseudo browned, and kind of melted because it was frozen, the next step will be to add, let's put in the seasoning now. Here's my main ingredient seasoning, bay leaves. Bay leaves give this a very nice taste. Now what I do is I try to pick the biggest bay leaves from the jar. There's 1, 2, 3. I think 3 will be enough. I always remember how many I put in so that before I serve it, before I put it in its containers, I take the bay leaves out so that no one accidentally eats it. Okay, so now I'm going to add the rest of my ingredients. I put this in all my soup. This is riced cauliflower. The riced cauliflower. You can get it plain, or you can get it with like some herbal seasoning. This one I'm going to use plain because I'm going to have the sage and I don't know how well it would go. I'm going to add some frozen green beans. I usually use fresh, but I have the dog at the vet today and I'm trying to get this cooking quickly. And I just hate the time it takes to pull the ends off the green beans. So we're going to use some green beans, frozen. I'm also making soup on the other side of the stove for our house, so I'm throwing the rest of the green beans in there. 1 bag of green beans for both houses. I'm going to add carrots, the rest of the onions, and celery. Give this a mix. If it burns a little at the bottom of the pan, not to worry. It is a sticky kind of stuff, being whatever it is, hydrolyzed vegetable protein or whatever. I'm not sure. Now we're going to add potatoes. Now I peeled about 5 small potatoes. Not sure how many to put in. This is mostly, I just judge it by, I do it by eye. Let's put in about 3 worth. That's about 3 potatoes, I'd say. I think I just hit the camera. Let's see if it's still in the picture. Yeah, okay. There's 3. Oh, what the heck. Let's make it a hearty potato. A hearty potato stew. Let's put all the potatoes in. So what I'm going to do with cut up potatoes anyway, I'll have to boil them or something, so we'll put them all in here. It'll be heavy on the potatoes. My dad loves potatoes. Now, he doesn't take a lot of salt in his food. However, one thing I've learned through the years, if you're going to add potatoes to something, you add more salt because the potatoes need the salt to taste good. So I add a little more salt, and then what I'm going to use is this. It says low sodium chicken broth. I don't think there's chicken in it. Let me make sure before I put it in. Filtered. It's an organic chicken flavor. I usually get vegetable. You know what? I think I'm not gonna use this in case. I'm not sure. It says organic chicken flavor, and I don't know what that is, so we're not going to put that in. We're just going to use water. We will use water, because what we do at this point, we've got the seasoning in there. I know it doesn't look like a stew yet, does it? Let me go get a bottle of water. Okay, so what we'll do now is add water to cover the vegetables. And then another bottle. That was a small bottle. Well, you can't tell, but it's smelling pretty good. At this point, it smells pretty good. Just enough to cover the vegetables. We need a little more. Let's see. Okay. Let's check this out. Yes, just enough to cover the veggies. Now you figure we've got carrots, potatoes that need to cook, and we've got frozen, well, the cauliflower is riced, so that doesn't really count for much of anything. We've got our spices in there. I'm going to get a cover and cover this. Let it boil and cook it for about 15 or 20 minutes. Wrong cover. I should always take the cover out before I start, shouldn't I? There we go. Okay. We will cover it and let it boil for about 15 minutes, get those vegetables cooked. Here it is. It's brought to a boil. It's starting to smell good. The aromas, the vegetables are blending. The protein isn't really, doesn't have much of a taste. It's like tofu. You gotta kind of spice up the spice up the pot. I added some more spices to it off camera. I put in a little bit of basil leaves, dried granulated basil, a little bit of oregano, and a little bit of, what else did I put in? I'm gonna look back. Whoa, rosemary. As I knock the yeah, a little bit of rosemary. I forget that when you open the cupboard door, you're gonna knock over the camera. Okay, so I'm not gonna get a job for PBS like Julia Child, the French chef. Yes. Well, anyway, I will cook it like this until the vegetables are done. Now, depending upon how crunchy you like your vegetables, my dad likes his not crunchy. The beans are done. The carrots are a little crunchy, and the potatoes are starting to be done. You might get to that point and think it's probably a good place to be, because this is going to get warmed up at least 1 or 2 more times, because he can't eat this much in one sitting. So they'll cook a little more each time you warm it up so that they don't get all mushy. I'd say that the vegetable cooking is now done. I just tested, I didn't say that, but I just tested it with a fork. Okay, now the last thing I do is I add either a can of diced tomatoes for even more flavor, or a condensed tomato soup. Now there are many kinds you can get. Campbell's makes one that's heart healthy and it's less sodium, although there is some sugar in it. So it depends on how strict you are about your dietary intake. There's no meat in it. It's mostly tomato puree, some oils, sea salt. There's some salt, but the sodium is low. Let's see, what is the sodium? The sodium is, well, it sounds high, but this is Healthy Request. It's heart healthy, so that's why I use this one. You can look around, especially at Trader Joe's. I think you'll find something nice. So now all I do is add a can of the condensed tomato soup, or tomatoes. It's the final flavoring. All my burners are busy right now. I'm cooking a lot, but I'm not cooking as much as I thought I was going to cook today, because I got the bee in my bonnet to make this. I need a longer spoon than that. So you mix in the soup, and as long as those veggies are done, you can serve it now. It's done. It smells great. It does smell great. So I'm going to leave the bay leaves in there until I actually take it out of the pan. What I like to do now is put the cover back on it and turn the heat off and let the flavors meld a little more. So that's it for the vegetarian faux beef stew. Vegetarian stew, let's call it that. Thanks for watching. Hey, it's nighttime. I'm upstairs again. It's been a crazy day. I did get some of my cooking done. I had my father came to visit, but he didn't take his stew with him. He's gonna come back for it tomorrow with little containers from the dollar store so he can freeze it. It actually turned into quite a large portion. My husband came home very concerned about the dog. The dog did well. The vet says everything's fine. We picked her up at 3. I'm not going to show you what she looks like. I took a photo, and she had a lump. Well, on my head it will look different. She had a lump like here, and it was about as round as a quarter, but it was probably an inch to an inch and a quarter high in inches, I would say, or at least a good inch, if not bigger. It was kind of, it didn't look so good. when it was under her skin like that, and it was getting bigger. So she technically went in for a teeth cleaning, but she was having the cyst removed. Well, we picked her up, and honestly, her head is, oh, I had the opportunity to an option of regular scalpel or whatever cutting or laser, so I took the laser for an extra $49 charge. I thought it was worth it because according to the paperwork, it was less blood, a more accurate cut, faster healing, less painful. There was like a whole bunch of pluses. So I said, yeah, we'll take the laser. And we didn't have to get the thing biopsied, but I chose to have a biopsy. We went that far. Let's get it done the way we should get it done. So it's being biopsied. We won't know for 4 to 5 days. I think it's going to be fine. But her head, oh, I took a picture of it, sent it to my daughter. She couldn't believe it. Her head is cut. Oh, I want to say 3.5 inches across, and all the stitches are just present. There's no dressing, there's nothing. And it makes her scalp looks all wrinkly, and I didn't know she had a wrinkly scalp, poor baby. So we brought the cone so that she could, the vet recommends that she keep the cone on because they do scratch. They manage to scratch, and I don't want any of those stitches coming out, especially right away tonight. She has to have the stitches out on the 30th. They said 12 days, 12, it would have been around Christmas, but I guess with the holidays, we got pushed over to the 30th. So that's fine. Just hope they don't have a hard time getting the stitches out if she's too healed. But anyway, it's awful to look at. She's kind of groggy, but she did well. I brought her outside and let her go down the stairs. Not that she had anything done to her legs, but she's kind of, she's groggy. So I lifted her. It's only 3 tiny stairs to put her down to the ground off the deck. And she went and did business. She was fine. They said she could eat about half as much as she normally does at supper tonight because she hadn't eaten all day. So I went off to PetSmart and got some treats, some very soft treats because they wanted her to eat soft foods tonight because her teeth are probably sore from being cleaned. Plus, her head has to hurt. So they gave me pain pills for her and antibiotic. Antibiotic is once a day until she gets her, till they're gone. Antibiotic. And the pain pills are only 2 a day for 4 days. So that's not bad. But she's not good with taking pills. So I went and bought some Greenies they call them pill poppers? No, I don't think they do. They're like little pockets, pill pockets. So I didn't know what to get, so I got peanut butter and I got cheese flavored. Bought some other soft treats because usually they just have hard treats. So I gave her a couple of treats. She ate that. Then I gave her some supper. She ate that. I don't think she's drinking yet, but they said they didn't want her drinking too much tonight anyway. Not very much at a time anyway. So I let her I took her cone of shame, or whatever you want to call it, the Elizabethan collar. The vet said if it snows again, she can help Dennis shovel. But anyway, I took it off so she could eat more easily. Her peripheral abilities are kind of off because she went in and out of the house and she hid into the sliding doors on the side. Oh, it's like having a little kid who just got hurt. But anyway, she's doing well. I think the older we get, the harder it is for us to deal. It's easier to deal with kids and not so easy to deal with dogs because they can't talk to you. But anyway, I'm talking too much about Molly. She did fine. I'm just going to wrap up for tonight now. It's Vlogmas Day 12, Thursday. I have to keep telling myself which day it is because I forget. I'm probably going to say it's a certain day and it's not really that day. Because yesterday I thought it was Tuesday. Again, I'm going off track. The one thing I want to talk about is my, spoiler alert, the skein deer, my pattern, skein deer, MCal, the Julafton I'm really liking color work, I'll tell you that much. I can't even believe I did this, but I did take it apart. I had done so well. I did the whole second piece, so, because see, you have the beginnings of being able to see the little person, and this is going to be a reindeer. We're only up to about the top of the head. So that's an eyeball, I guess. This is floral decorations, I imagine. I had done all that already. And then what I had done wrong is this is the thumb gusset. I did mention spoiler alert, right? This is the thumb gusset, which now it's right, but what I had done, I didn't understand how to increase. I had the idea that I was supposed to increase, and these were all going to like be white, red, red in a line. But if I looked at I was working from the chart. Is the chart here? This might not be the second clue. You were supposed to knit one right, knit one left, which I did, which I have my little Katrinkles knit one right, knit one left on the bag. Thank you, Diana. It was per your advice that I got one of these. And I was doing it right, but I was trying to make the colors stay lined up when really the white changes into a red, changes into a white, and it gives it this really cool pattern for the thumb gusset. It makes it cool. So I had to take it all the way, you're not going to believe what I did. I took it all the way down. I had to take everything out because I had to go all the way down to where I had messed up, which was almost at the beginning of this clue 2. So I took it all out, but I said, doesn't matter, I did it everything else was perfect. So I must have started, I got this all right now. The thumb looks great. But I got the front wrong. I think the feet are in the wrong place. But I said, you know what, I'm not taking it apart again. Because not only did I take it apart, something didn't click right in my brain. I stay up too late knitting. Plus I was worried about the dog. When I took it all apart, I said, I have to start all over. Which was, I didn't have to start all over. But I was thinking I did. So I started with this pattern up here. And I was doing it. I got about halfway of this, and I said, well, that's clearly wrong. What am I thinking? So I took it all apart again. So now I am finished with clue 2, and I have clue 3. And that's what I'm going to do tonight. I'm going to go relax. Molly's home. She's going to lay on the couch with me. Well, I won't be laying. She'll be laying on the couch. I'll be sitting on the couch, and I'm going to begin here. Antlers are going to come out here. There's antlers, and I think on top of the antlers there's another one of these. I think it's Nissa, Nisse, I think is what it's called. There's a boy or a girl, and there's another one up here. I think I have to do if I do the girl here, I think you do the boy up here, and I'm not sure what's over here. It might just be the antlers. Well, anyway, clue 3 is out. I have it. I'm going to do it tonight. I thought, but, you know, had I not made that mistake, which was dumb because I knew what to do, I don't know what I was thinking. I would have the second needle. I have more, Chaigu 9-inch needles. I have enough to cast on. I have another 2 pair. That's what I'm trying to say. These days, I don't know, maybe doing Vlogmas is making me a little crazy. It seems like I'm having more and more difficulty talking. It was bad enough without Vlogmas. But I'm digressing again. So anyway, yes, so see what I did? I tied off where the thumb goes. And I had to do the backward cast on because you take the 13 stitches off, but you put them back on here, and I'm going to start going in the round again to finish the fingers part of the mitten. I think that must be clue 3, and then I'm going to think that clue 4 is probably how to finish off the top. Well, that's enough for tonight, I would say. Okay, so I'm signing off for Vlogmas Day 12, We're just about halfway to Christmas. Can you believe it? Okay, we'll see you tomorrow for day 13. Bye now.